Okay, so right here I'm just showing y'all the wig caps and mesh dome cap that I use. Basically all the supplies that I use in this video. And there's a measuring tape in the corner, and I already measured the cap. Here are the bundles from my website. Plugged in pretty. It's not out yet, but you can follow it on IG. I'll link it in the description box below. And here's an 18-inch frontal, and those are 24 inches bundles. So I'm just showing y'all the frontal again, and we're gonna place it on the mannequin head and get it centered right. And then I'm gonna pull it down a little bit past the cap and pin it to the cap. Yeah, so I'm back and I'm pinning it to the cap now. So we're just gonna speed this up and y'all can just watch this. Okay, now I'm just showing y'all what it looks like pinned and how it needs to be flat straight across the cap. And here I'm just showing y'all how I put the needle through the cap and through the frontal and then through the hole. So through the cap, take the thread, flip it over the needle and pull it through, and it's gonna make a hole. So yeah, I'm just repeating this all the way through, and I started sewing the frontal from the middle to the right, and then I did the left side to make sure that it was as flat and neat as possible. So this is just up close real quick, around the needle and through. So I'm just showing y'all what the frontal looked like when I was done sewing it. It's really flat, and then on this side you can see the right there on the, I don't know how to explain it, but I pulled it too tight. You don't want to pull it too tight and make those lumps, but for the most part the frontal itself is pretty flat. And then here I'm just showing y'all how I start the bundles. I put the needle through the weft and then through the cap, but you have to make sure not to sew through the elastic band or else it won't be stretchy. So I'm just showing y'all what it looked like while I'm sewing a track, and I used the flip over method, and later on I'm going to show y'all that too. So as you see, I'm putting it under the weft, through the cap, and making a knot with the needle and thread. I'm still putting the needle through the hole of the thread each time. I do this all the way through, sewing the entire cap. So I'm just showing y'all what the first couple of tracks look like. And this is what I mean by folding it over. I do not cut the track. I didn't cut any tracks at all making this wig. And this is what it looks like. I'm just showing y'all when I get done with one track, and I just place the other one right beside it and just sew it in line with the other track. So now I'm just showing y'all, at this point I'm about to start zigzagging straight across. So I'm just showing y'all now that it's going to be going back and forth and not in a U shape. I'm slowly going to make the lines go zigzag. Okay, she's almost done. We just have to sew this last track right here to the front too. And bitch, peekaboo. And this is the final touch of the wig. And I went in and cut the cap from under the frontal, and this is what the frontal looked like without me doing any plucking whatsoever to it. But I still go in and try to pluck a little bit. So right here I'm just pulling out the baby hairs, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but this is my first time making a wig with a frontal. So this is my first time plucking the frontal on the wig. And I didn't want to overdo it, so I didn't pluck too much. Even now that I have the wig on my head, I still feel like I need to go in and pluck. But I didn't want to do it too much because, like I said, this was my first time. So I'd rather not pluck enough than to pluck too much, because you can always go back and fix it. So I separated the baby hairs, and now I'm going to go in and part behind that and pluck from that row of hairs. And yes, I'm using my fingers because I didn't have tweezers to pluck the wig. As you can see, I definitely did not pluck a lot. Excuse my stomach. I flipped it back like I really did something. It didn't look no different than before. So here I'm just showing y'all I put the cap on and I'm using the black Got To Be glue. I did not get the spray because it was cheaper. You get two for on Amazon for $8, and the beauty supply store had the audacity to charge me $9 for one bottle. So yeah, we didn't get that. And I cut the cap into sections to make it easier for me to cut without pulling the rest of the cap out of place. We are dropping down and getting our ego on with this ball cap. Oh my gosh. This is my fan from my lash, out of my lash supplies for my business. So we're just using it to cool it off because I didn't want to get the blow dryer because it was really late and people were asleep. So this is what it looks like after the first layer, and this is what it looks like once I put the makeup on. So we're just trimming and editing. And also, this is trial and error. Like I said, this was my first time making a wig frontal. I forgot to put makeup on the frontal because I didn't want to bleach my knots because I wanted to see how it looked before I bleached the knots. But I put makeup on the cap and forgot to put makeup on the frontal. So the frontal is kind of noticeable. So I have to go back in and fix that. But y'all are watching and learning with me as I go. So we know better next time. I was moving too fast. So I put the Got To Be glue along my cap line, and then I flip the frontal down and I'm just pinning it. I'm doing the left side first, and I don't have a rat tail comb, so I'm just using the end of this comb to try to put it in. And his face all up in the camera. So we're just trimming the little flaps off the side so it could tuck behind my ear. So next time I do this, I will not forget to put the makeup on the cap, on the frontal as well as the cap, and we'll see what it looks like next time. But in this video, it kind of just stops after this. So this is gonna be the end once this clip is over. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy. After this, oh, and also on this part, I put too much Ghost Blonde. I know I said bye already, but yeah, I put too much Ghost Blonde glue right there. So, like I said, this is trial and error. Y'all are learning with me as I grow. So, yeah. But anyways, enjoy. Thanks for watching.